Just another quick update. I just got done painting the control arms, and as you can see there, they're looking pretty nice. Used a duplicolor metal finish after I completely sanded down pretty much the tie rods and the control arms and all that good stuff to bare metal, and it looks pretty sick. I don't know if you can see it there with the coloring, but looks a lot better than what the frame looks like. It used to look like that. I didn't like that, but here's the big project. The $20 Cherokee starting to get taken apart. We're gonna put the drivetrain out of this front axle and rear axle, pretty much, into the Willys. I've already started a little bit of a tear down here. Pretty much just getting the battery out and all that stuff, making sure the wiring harness is nice and, loose. Pretty much the radiator's gonna get pulled tomorrow, fender's getting pulled tomorrow. Hopefully the engine and trans is gonna be out by tomorrow afternoon. Then after that's pretty much all the wiring harness, all that stuff's going into the Willys. So here we'll go take a look at that. Yeah, that's got the 4.0 inline 6 with 146,000 miles, which is a pretty lucky find. Doesn't burn oil yet, and it's going to go into this. So what we need to do here, obviously this motor needs to get out of the frickin' way. So I'm going to pull the grill off, pull the fenders off, get these battery tunnels out, get all this cleaned up, even though it's not that hard. I got this little screw there, the rest of it's connected to the engine besides this here. Get that out of the way. See how, there's the motor mounts there. The Cherokees sit about, up here on the top of the fender. See where I got to get different motor mounts made, and if I could get the motor in here, and then start to get the wiring hooked up. If I could at least get the engine to fire by the end of the week, that will be the good high point of my life here. Obviously, I got the interior gutted already. That's the wiring harness out of this thing. Already got a new ignition wired up, but obviously I just need to get wired again. But yeah, look at that. That's all gonna be gutted. But oh yeah, what was I gonna say? A little floor shift column thing out of the Cherokee is gonna go in here. I'm gonna put a little steel plate after I remove the gas tank. So it's gonna have the automatic transmission in here instead of the manual. Then we're gonna take, instead of having the 10-gallon, we're gonna put the I think it's like a 22-gallon cell. It's gonna go under the back there. So it's a little more safer than having gasoline explode under your ass. Then, I'm not sure about the front and rear axle out of the Cherokee, but that'd be nice to have front disc brakes, because this thing's the four-wheel drum, and it kind of doesn't stop well. The thing doesn't even have it does have a master cylinder, but it's like on the frame, way down schma. Yeah. So it's going to need, here's the Willys drive shaft, and then here's the Cherokee drive shaft. They're a little bit smaller, and I'm going to have to get custom made there. And then there's all my other projects that have came to a halt because of the 4.0 swap, but it's going to be pretty awesome. I can't wait to have 190 horsepower under this under the Willys. But this thing lived on a farm its whole life, and it's got actually 34,000 miles. It hasn't turned over. That's exact mileage. Even with the replacement motor that had 4,000 miles on it, the motor got put in around 31,000 miles, so it's got an extra 3,000 miles on this motor and the body itself. So yeah, this Willys has no miles because it was never driven on the road. It was living on the farm. And it's got the nice worn locking hubs and these tires that were supposed to be brand new. but obviously from sitting for many years, nice and dry rotted. Had to put the spare on because, you know, this tire was flat, just like that one back there. And then the one that's on the spare tire rack there came off the rim, and I pulled it out of here because I didn't fill it with air because I'm lazy. So that's pretty much how that's going. But I'll definitely keep everybody updated with the project, and we'll see how it fires up at the end of the week.